All right, it is a beautiful Sunday morning, a little humid down here in North Carolina, but my buddy Bobby at the flea market, what up Bobby, told me that he got something like 300 to 400 movies in and a bunch of video games and some cool stuff. So we're gonna go check out what he got. All right guys, we are at the Harper's Flea Market, indoor flea market here. And I am heading to my buddy Bobby to see what kind of movies he got in and what kind of games. Let's take a look. All right. There we are. Yep. Mafia 2. What is it? Planet of the Apes. Now, I'm not a big fan of the remake. Maybe if it was the original. It's not a bad movie, but... Huh? 20 years old. I saw that in theaters, so that makes me feel old. Yeah, it's crazy. What can I help you with?
Put this right in your eye.
Boys, children.
Put this right over out of the box.
What is it? Oh, it's one. Okay, yeah, that's amazing. That's really early. How old is that? 70s? Late 70s?
Probably.
Early 80s? Doesn't
Early
say,
80s.
does it?
Hong Kong. I don't know.
Weird.
But it was a Radio Shack there. You know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Radio Shack. Whatever happened to Radio Shack?
The guy.
When did they go under?
When people started buying parts to make bombs, there was no record of it, so they closed Radio Shack down.
Jesus Christ.
The big tech stores. When the big tech stores came to
Oh, okay.
The Kmart's and all that shit.
Yeah. That makes sense. Makes sense.
And when Blockbuster.
Yep. All right, guys. So we've got tons of movies here, all from the same people. So let's hope we've got some cool stuff. We're gonna start right at the top, and I'm gonna try to speak loud because it's noisy. No music or anything, but there's just a lot of noise. There's a movie playing in the background and whatnot, so hopefully you guys could hear me. The air I breathe, yeah, I'm not really seeing much too exciting here. So far, Desperate Hours, that's interesting to see. I don't know if that's out of print. We'll check. Ali, the director's cut. Rather than on Blu-ray at this point. Kill Bill, Glory, Rock and Rolla, Enough. I Love Trouble. Apocalypto, still out of print, fetches a bit. Johnny Mnemonic, Things Are Tough All Over. Cool. I think I have that one now. I'm not exactly sure. 4 Mark Wahlberg films. There you go. What a set. Gods Must Be Crazy 1 and 2. Ooh, that's tough to find. Very cool. I think I only have the first one. Very thin. Good Scissorhands. So far, so good. Chain Reaction. I mean, nothing crazy, but decent stuff. Breakdown, Mosquito Coast. It's not so much run-of-the-mill. Marcy X. Oh my god. This movie likely doesn't hold up very well. Let's give it a shot. Blown Away. Colors. 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 Ice-T. Great movie. Blown Away. I don't think Blown Away is going for anything. John Carter. Chappelle, Live at the Fillmore. Cool, I don't think I have that one. Body Owner. What's this? Tony Danza, Sam Jackson? What? The hell is that? No idea. Hopefully these are in good shape. I have a feeling they will be. Romper Stomper. Wanted Random Hearts Taken From Me. Sometimes these Lifetime movies could fetch a few bucks. It all adds up. When movies are cheap, when they're $1 or so, it makes it worth it to sell things for a few dollars because that pays for a few movies. That's my logic, at least. Monica. Vengeance is Eternal. That's a really bad cover, like really bad cover. Every time I come here, he's playing Dark Knight, which is fine with me. Instinct. Hopkins, Cooligan Jr. I want to say I have this. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's Water Damage too. Earth Under Fire, Sudden Impact, Brad Pitt collection here. Nice. The Shadows, Sheltered, from the Century. Mesmerized, Jodie Foster. Alright, so far I've got a stack going here. He's got a ton of movies over here, a lot of which I have seen, even some of which I've traded in with him. So that's my stack over there. We're gonna keep looking here. Sound of Music, The Accused. Let's see that one every day. And I'm saving the horror for. I'm gonna look at the horror in a minute. Essentially, I'm trying to stave it off, but I'm excited to look at it because he said he got a bunch of new ones. White Mama, Black Mama, or Black Mama, White Mama. It's cool to see. It has stickers on it, and it's not in there. Damn it. God damn it. Tiger Warsaw. God, it's really hot in here. It's hot as the devil's anus. Demons and Freemasons. Jesus Christ. Volcano. There's a trusty cell. Linda Vista Project. What the fuck is this? This looks bizarre. It looks shitty, but I'm intrigued. And all the stuff down here seems to be run of the mill. Yeah. I think they're too deep, so I'm gonna have to take another look at some of these. Bad Business. Master P. Gosh. I'm a sucker for movies with rappers, even though they all suck for the most part. Proud Men. Sicilian. Copland. Inception, The One. Enemy. Ooh, man, I wish that was Blu-ray. Great movie. Denis Villeneuve and Jake Gyllenhaal. Fantastic. Mind-bending movie. Over 37 hours of Daniel Craig. Jesus Christ. features. Just that Scarecrow movie. 2Gs and a Key. I just found that movie. That's so bizarre. And Random Acts of Violence. There's more hood dramas. I gotta. All right. Oops, now I gotta look behind there. I think I may have seen all this before, to be honest. But I had to double check. Riders. I still need a better copy of the one that I have. It's sun-drenched. The Verdicts. Wow. Paul Newman. The Mountain Men. I think I have that one. Deadly Impact. Thunderheart. Ooh. This is great to find because I've been wanting to sell off my copy of The Hidden to fund the Blu-ray before it goes out of print. So this is great. I have the other two movies, of course, so I'll be able to sell this and hopefully get the Blu-ray of The Hidden. It is in good shape. Stephen King's The Shining. It's a little crusty, isn't it? Yeah, I might still check it. Blood Crime. I found that recently. That's funny. The Wolf. Horror. Oh, I want to look at the horror. It's coming up. Adventures of Mark Twain. That's a cool one to see. A lot of these I traded in to him last week, a couple weeks ago, I'd say. Primeval, War. Ushpizin. Dune. I just found this recently. Still fetching a bit. 100 Women. Let's look this one up. I think I have it. Alright, on to the horror. Critters Collection. Sweet. Still need those on Blu-ray. Incarnation. I have officially lost track of which After Dark Horror Fest films I have. This is Takashi Shimizu, who I believe did The Ring. No, Shimizu. Did he do The Grudge? I'm not exactly sure. The Undying. This one I've not heard of. Maybe. Something Wicked. Brittany Murphy's final movie, really? Caught my interest there. Population 436. Look that one up. These are all a bunch of movies I've not heard of. The Hollow. I like that cover. Sleepy Hollow. Modern version of this, like an aughts version. No, 2004, yes. An aughts version of Sleepy Hollow. Yeah. Starring Nick Carter and Kaylee Cooper. The Echo. Never heard of it. All these are probably shitty, but I'm gonna buy them anyway. Roadkill. Virgin Terror. Alberto Negrin. Looks like a shitty release, but I think I'm gonna take it. Move the stack over to my ever-growing piles. Hybrid. Oh. It's ridiculous, doesn't it? If it wasn't water damage, I would snag it. That's an interesting set, isn't it? Summer camp, meet our counselors. Sure. How do you differentiate whether the last 10 years of horror movies have been so hit or miss, and mostly miss, that it's like you're most likely going to buy a piece of shit, but you never know. Severed, brand, autumn, Mason Pym cult novel, Penny Dreadful. Not sure if I have it. Jeez, I've lost track. The after hours thingies. Oh, cool! I have the other Dead Rising movie, so there's another one. Crazy Eights. Not sure if I have it. I just don't know. Just gonna snag them. Jennifer's Body. I wonder if the DVD is going for anything. Dracula 2000, Lost Boy. Dead Silence. Caw, motherfucker, caw. Let's see if that's water damaged. It's a sequel to 30 Days of Night. I don't have this. I've never even seen it. Forgot it existed, honestly. Shrieker. Well, there's one I don't have. Full Moon Joint. Yeah. From Within. I definitely don't have that one. That is a cool set. Wicked Little Things. I know I have Wicked Little Things. Alright, wow. Well, I've got a bunch of movies to look at. Those and these, and see what I'm taking. Kidding, there's a whole nother box on the ground here. Let's take a look at these first. Very run-of-the-mill stuff in here. Maximum Overdrive. There's it. One to find. There's a Larry the Cable Guy movie that is going for like 20 bucks, and that's Beer for My Horses or something like that. I have no idea why, but last time I checked it was going for quite a bit. And I've yet to find it in the wild. I feel like I've seen it a ton of times, but never knew it was fetching anything. A bunch of murder movies there. Murder, Perfect Murder, Murder by Numbers, Murder in the First. Radio Flyers. Yeah, Richard Donner. I think I have it. I need it if I don't. Some Replicant Universal Soldier. Nice. Tart? What the fuck? Tart. I have a feeling this one's out of print. Looks like something I'm interested in. Next of Kin. Ooh, the Ward. Do I have the Ward? I don't think I do. Next of Kin. Bruce Willis. Bruce the Willis. I shoot to kill it. Next of Kin. Something beat up. Illuminating Angels and Demons. Illuminati is coming for your mind, soul, and your body. The Arrival. Nice. Let's see. Alright, well, I think that's gonna do it. Let's see what I'm taking. We got the Goodwill. And we're gonna see what they've got before work here. Let's see what they've got. Alright, so copyrighted music, and moving forward I'm gonna be doing an amalgam of both the overdubs, and when the audio is pretty much perfect, I'll keep it, but otherwise I will be doing some overdubs here. And I spot a stack of movies with Angel Heart. This one I ended up picking up and gifting to a friend. Mosquito Coast, that's funny, I just watched that last night. It was already in my collection.
Great movie, Peter Weir film. Harrison Ford performance unlike you've ever seen before. He plays a maniacal, ambitious father. Really good movie. And now we're getting to the movies after I was just kind of looking at the books a little bit there. Magic School Bus catches my eye. I end up passing on these because they were destroyed. This is a show I used to watch all the time as a kid. Loved it. Helped form my love for science. Sounder. Here's a cool one. This is the White Case Disney live-action movies that I have a large collection of. Adding that one to the collection for sure. Another Magic School Bus. Obviously, they came from the same home because they were both really beat up, unfortunately. And here we have an odd situation. Two Quadrophenias. One is a bootleg, like a copy, and one is the real deal. So it seems that it was a collector or something that copied it, quite literally. I took the real deal one. The discs were a little confused inside of the boxes, so I sorted it out and took the legit release. Now, it was a PAL 2, 3, and 5 release, but I still picked it up for the collection, since I have an all-region player, of course. Some cool movies. Rat Race. Love Rat Race. A lot of run-of-the-mill stuff, of course. Grey Gardens. I thought that was a documentary for some reason. Something Gardens. I forget what it's called. Popular documentary. Connie and Carla. Don't know what that was, but it was very badly water damaged. Fear with Mark Wahlberg. Good movie. Probably one of his best roles. God, he's scary in that movie. And moving down the row here, we've got a Game of Thrones DVD, it looks like. Season 1. I do have Season 1, 2, and 3 on Blu-ray. And just more crappy crap. Cribbity crap. And what do I pull here? Andersonville. Cool to find this. John Frankenheimer movie. I already have it in the collection. It is a Civil War film. Frankenheimer was so diverse. He did everything from horror to western to war to heist, and so good. Now here we have Goodwill Day 2, where I went in the next day and they had a whole bunch of Blu-rays that they had just put out. So lucky timing, good timing on my part. Game of Thrones, this was cool, Season 1 and 2, but it would have ended up costing like $7 or $8, so it wasn't quite worth it. And like I said, I already have them. And I picked up a few of them to Movie 43 there. I've heard terrible things about that. I picked up a few of them to sell to my store. And Confucius, this one I picked up for the collection. I thought I had it, but I don't. That is a Chow Yun-fat movie based on the life of Confucius. And just more run-of-the-mill Blu-rays here. 13 Assassins I picked up to buy, but when my coworker John expressed interest in it, I gifted it to him. And Blue Mountain State. Next to the 13 Assassins, by the way, was a copy of Hero on Blu-ray, which I did end up picking up to sell. One of my favorite movies ever. And then that Blue Mountain raunchy comedy thing I thought would be worth picking up, but it wasn't. And I found a Wii game here. Some Adventure Island, but not the Adventure Island you'd think. Alright guys, so first up, of course, we have the stuff that I bought to sell off to fund the stuff that I'm keeping. And make some profit, of course. Things Are Tough All Over, Andersonville, Critters, Maximum Overdrive, that's the big one. That fetches like $15. Dune, Gods Must Be Crazy, fetches about the same. Verdict, Volcano, nothing too crazy here. The Hidden, I'm going to pool together with my other copy of The Hidden and sell them off to fund the Blu-ray before that thing goes out of print, because I adore that movie. It's a near-perfect film, in my opinion. And The Accused, which I already have a copy of, onto the stuff I'm keeping. Now, I will say, guys, there were a lot of things at Bobby's booth that were really scratched up. The vast majority of the ones that I put to the side to check were really, really destroyed, unfortunately. And this one here, Instinct, with Anthony Hopkins and Cuba Gooding Jr., directed by John Turteltaub, who did National Treasure and a bunch of other Spielbergian type of movies, kind of. He always seemed like he was from the camp of Spielberg, like Stephen Sommers, people like that. It's not in the best of shape, but it'll suffice for now. It seems like something I'll get some enjoyment out of. This one, guys, forgive me if I showed this in my past Thriftin video, but I'm not sure if I got this at Bobby's or at that other indoor flea market I did a few videos back. Either way, the Echo, it says by the producers of The Ring. It looks like it's a Japanese-American production, which is pretty cool. I've heard pretty good things about the Echo, so I'm glad I picked this one up, despite where I got it. The Virgin Terror, yep, that has my name all over it, even though it's a really bad public domain version of this. It doesn't even have a distributor name on it. But I'm not sure if that's the only way you could find this. I'm sure it's out there in a better release. But yeah, Virgin Terror. Terror Runs Wild of the Girls at the Girls Academy. The Hollow. This one's pretty cool. I like the Sleepy Hollow story and movies that are based on it. And this seems like a mid-aughts version of the Sleepy Hollow legend, starring Nick Carter and Kaylee Cuoco and Kevin Zegers, who I know that name. But I'm sure I'll recognize a lot of these people. You know, this movie came out when I was in high school. I don't even remember this. It's obviously straight to video. Pretty cool looking, though. Hip-hop hood dramas starring rappers. My weakness. Bad Business, which is definitely spelt incorrectly. Yeah, this is going to be shitty. I have a couple other Master P movies like I'm Bout It and I'm Still Bout It. And this I expect to be of even lesser quality. So, Bad Business. I collect movies starring rappers. So, it is what it is. Artisan release. The Nazis. And I want my scalps. Warning from history. BBC put together this documentary. It looks great, and I trust BBC's work in terms of historical documentaries and science documentaries. So this will be an uplifting watch. The Ward. I believe this completes my John Carpenter collection. If I'm not mistaken, I might already have it laying around in some box, but I do need this one on Blu-ray. This is the least Carpenter-esque film that he's directed, and the last one as of 2021 here. But I still thought it was pretty good. I like the twist. I like the performance by Amber Heard and all the other girls in it. And I like horror movies that take place in mental institutions. So it worked for me, a solid 3 out of 5. Tart. This one seems, I don't know what this is. It's a late 90s, early 2000s. I want to say it's late 90s. Brad Renfro's in this. So it's got a very of that era cast, millennial, like at the millennium. And it's called Tart, Sex, Drugs, and Study Hall. So it's just going to be like a teen sex drama kind of thing with a very early 2000s cast, as you could see there. Misha Barton, Bayou Phillips, Dominique Swain. But I had never heard of it, not really my type of movie, but I figured for preservation's sake, and maybe one day I'll check this out. I think I'm going to keep it in the collection. This one here, we have Something Wicked. I honestly picked it up. The blurb at the top got me. Brittany Murphy's final movie. I believe it in fact was, and she is a supporting role, not the lead role. But I've actually heard pretty good things. The Letterboxd review for this little horror flick are pretty solid, so yeah, I'll give it a shot. Darren Scott, by the way, is a director I admire. He helped write, a writer and director, I should say. He actually wrote Tales from the Hood with Rusty Cundieff, who directed it. So I'm sure they worked together to direct the film, or at least wrote it together. And Darren Scott would go on to do Tales from the Crypt 2 and 3 with Rusty Cundieff. I've seen 2, I haven't seen 3, but he's a good director, so I'm looking forward to checking this one out. That's not related in any way that I know of to Tales from the Hood, the trilogy, so pretty cool. Reincarnation. They had a few of these, but I had to pass on them because they were beat up. Even some of these guys are kind of, lightly scratched, but they work for me in terms of condition. I'm not too picky, as long as it'll play. Reincarnation. This looks like a Japanese film, I believe. Takashi Shimizu, that's right. The guy that does the Grudge movies, pretty much all the Grudge movies, all like 20 of them. No, it's something like 8 to 10 Grudge movies, if I'm not mistaken, including the American ones. But Reincarnation looks pretty cool. Death is only the beginning. Casa de mi Padre. I picked this one up at the Goodwill, actually. I don't know. You guys tell me, was this worth watching? It seems to be a send-up of Mexican action movies, which I don't really have a track record with, admittedly, besides Robert Rodriguez Mexican-American action movies. But apparently it's all in Spanish. Will Ferrell speaks fluent Spanish in it, as far as I understand. It's got an R rating. It's supposed to be pretty bloody, so that's really the reason I picked it up. A bloody, violent action comedy with Will Ferrell. That's sort of a Mexican action movie send-up. I figured maybe it'll be passable. What do you guys think? Is this one worth checking out? I'm not a big Will Ferrell fan either, so yeah, take that into consideration. Next up, Confucius. I could have sworn I had this in the collection, and I might have it sitting around somewhere, but it's not in the wall. So I picked this one up, and it has a slipcover and everything. Chow Yun-fat. This is Confucius, based on the life of Confucius, the philosopher and army general, I believe. He was a man of many trades. And yeah, Confucius with Chow Yun-fat. Quadrophenia, really odd to find this. This is a The Who movie, the band The Who. The guys who, Pete Townsend. I'm not a big fan of The Who, so forgive me, guys. Executive producers, The Who. There you go. So this is Quadrophenia, based on their album. It's kind of a complimentary movie. I think they were both made in tandem. So pretty cool. And it's a 2, 4, and 5 region DVD here. and it was weird. They had a copied version there, so I took the discs, the real discs, the legit discs were in the copied version, so I swapped them out clandestinely and took this home with me, or purchased it, of course. But yeah, Quadrophenia, pretty cool. I don't know anything about the album. I've never listened to the album. I've listened to some of the Who's albums, and I'm just, like I said, just not a huge fan. A huge fan. Sounder, this is Disney live action movie here, based on a children's novel, an award-winning children's novel. One that I'm not sure I'm going to watch anytime soon. Movies that have dogs in them and animals in them, as pets, essentially, I just don't really enjoy too much. I've had pets of my own all throughout my life, and I don't really enjoy revisiting a boy and his dog type of movies, to be honest with you. They just affect me negatively. But I picked this one up for the Disney collection, the Disney live-action collection, which is ever-growing. I can't believe how many live-action movies they put out from the 50s onward. I really only collect the ones up until the years 2000, but Sounder, pretty cool. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for today's Thriftin'. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel and want to see more videos like it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, as well as the little bell for notifications. I'd love to know what you guys have picked up lately, so feel free to leave that down in the comments below. We'll get a little discussion result. I also have a Patreon and t-shirts. Links are in the description below. Feel free to check that out if you so please. Anyway, guys, I will see you all next time. Bored Cyborg is out!